Well, did you know that more than 100,000 Bexar County residents have diabetes? In Texas alone, nearly 500,000 don't know they have it. It's no wonder diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death here in the United States. And we've invited medical director for the Center for Complementary Medicine, Dr. Lawrence Cohen, to tell us all about some of the natural ways to manage it.
That's right.
Yes.
The consequences of diabetes.
Yes.
Right.
And so when we talk about diabetes, we hear it time and time again. And boy, February is also Heart Healthy Month.
Right.
All of these come together.
Right, they do. The issue about diabetes is it's not just your blood sugar. So it's a process. It's a disease process. And that disease process is rooted in inflammation that affects the blood vessels and key organs. And then those blood vessels, when they get clogged and things, affect our heart, affect our brain, affect our eyes, affect the nerves and vessels that feed our feet. And then kidneys, of course, are also affected.
Oh, goodness.
The key thing in this is, number one, we want to eat in a way that doesn't play into a bad hand.
Right.
You know, never plays. You got a bad hand, don't bet more on it, you know?
No.
You know, get good cards.
Yes.
And so the thing is, this is where the vegetables and the colors and lycopenes and all these things
I like that, doctor.
Because what we now know in the field of nutrition is that phytochemicals, the things that come from the plants, are very complex in their action.
Phytochemicals, they come from plants.
Plants,
We're
that's
gonna
right.
Remember that.
And so the more colors that you eat, they call them carotenoids in this case, then the greater impact you have on antioxidants and creating a proper milieu, the environment that's healthier.
Yes, okay. So not only do you have banana, apple, you also have yogurt.
Yogurt's very important because our guts are the first place where everything begins. And so having a healthy soil, the whole intestinal stuff. So the bacteria, what you want is high quality yogurt that has good bacteria, so that when you take it, you're sort of inoculating, getting the good stuff in there.
Yes.
Make it really nice and healthy, because there's a symbiosis between what happens in our gut and the cells of our gut, and then that affects the entire system in many complex and very healthy ways.
Okay, so moving right along, you've brought some supplements with you.
Right. So what I brought here today to help us get out of the hump when we haven't always lived as well as we could.
Yeah,
we haven't always eaten as well as we could.
Know.
There's always going to be diabetes now and everything. And so what do? Well, while you're getting your diet together
on a regular basis,
every day, are those meals, you know, is this going to help me or not, right? Then we also have to make up for the consequences that process is. And so the key things are helping the cellular membranes, because each cell's an envelope, and that membrane has where all the action is. So helping the membrane, and then helping regenerate the kinds of biochemicals that are involved in healing. They're called antioxidants. There you go. Let's talk about insulin and glucose. We always hear those two words when we talk about diabetes. Exactly. So the notion is, and maybe even I don't know if I'm going to show it or not, insulin is responsible for helping, helping the glucose get into the cell. Now, and it's a dynamic thing. When we eat, our blood sugar goes up at a certain rate. It triggers our pancreas. The pancreas then secretes the insulin goes to the cell. All the sugar gets in. Now, in type 1 diabetes, which people get usually when they're younger, the pancreas stops producing it. So you have to take insulin. Okay. But the consequence is the same. Type 2 is when you build up this fat because your cells can't manage the insulin. So we have things here. So we have, number one, we have this diabetones, got a lot of important things to help the cells. Fish oil is right here to help the cell membrane. Good omegas. Good omegas. CoQ10, antioxidant. Then we have this stuff called glutathione and NAC for help antioxidants. And lastly, acetyl-L-carnitine to help the cells manage fat better, bring it in for energy. Oh my goodness. Great advice. Dr. Lawrence Cohen, thank you so much. Once again, natural ways to help manage your diabetes.